welcome Tom Jones. Great to have you here, Tom. Come on in. The new cat. Thank you. Thank you. An honour to have you back with us.
Thank you.
Mr. Jones.
Thank you.
Great, isn't it great to have Tom here? Obviously, they haven't been out due to the snow. They're just so excited.
Yeah, right.
Also, you brought a bit of sunshine with you. Look at that. That's a real LA, Las Vegas style tan.
Quite right.
Good to see you. Tom Jones, what a great clip that was to start the show. And, you know, I was looking back at some of Tom's old shows over the years. You've performed with just about everyone. Just about every other person in show business at that time with you. Wow. Some great people. Let's go through some of the people you performed with. And I'm going to ask you if you did or didn't. The Beatles. Did you ever perform with the Beatles?
No, not really. I've been on the same shows, but not.
So, but you were on the same bill as them?
Yeah.
OK, must have been great to see them up close performing.
Yeah. Sure.
Elvis, you ever performed with Elvis?
Privately, but not publicly.
Tom, we're just trying to get through a couple of months without any controversy, OK?
I understand.
Save it for the book.
Okay.
Who are the high points for you? Who are the people you most enjoyed performing alongside, either on your shows or privately?
Right. Well, on the show it was Jerry Lee Lewis, you know, because I was always a big fan of Jerry.
The Killer.
Lee. So to have him on the show and sing with him was great.
Wow, that was great.
Frank Sinatra.
How did you met Frank Sinatra?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't realise that. Wow. And what did you perform with him, sing with him?
No, but you know, used to hang out in Vegas again.
So you hung out in Vegas, and would that have been the 60s or the 70s?
Yeah, late 60s, early 70s.
So that was when the Rat Pack was in
Yeah. Sammy Davis and Dean Martin.
That's quite incredible. And Vegas has changed a lot since then, I imagine.
The music is still going on there, but there used to be a lot of lounges years ago in the 60s, you know. You could go and see Louis Prima and people like that, you know, in the lounges, which was great. They're not there anymore.
So you'd have smaller acts who are still great acts, but they're performing in more intimate venues.
Yeah, in a smaller showroom. But now, of course, you know, they're so interested in making money, you know, with the slot machines and all that, that they've pushed a lot of talent away now.
So they have those big shows, someone like you, a big headliner would be on, and Celine Dion was there for one, and Bette Midler, people like that, and then I guess they want you to spill out and gamble afterwards.
Yeah, so you don't, you know, there's none of the lounges left, and it's a shame because Jackie Wilson would be there, you know, and Jerry Lee Lewis would be there, Fats Domino, you know, a lot of those people.
When you used to hang out with Sinatra, did you go drinking with him, and gambling with him?
Yeah, drinking.
Wow.
He used to like a drink.
Yeah, big drinker.
He could drink.
Who was the best drinker, you, him, or Jerry Lee Lewis?
Me.
But
Well, because I was younger, you see.
Yeah, you could bounce back. But presumably you missed the drinks you'd get over here, because I know you like a pint of bitter occasionally, don't you?
Yeah.
You can't get that in Vegas, can you?
No.
No. So what would you drink when you're out with the boys back then?
Well, it all depends. I mean, champagne, you know, is the easiest thing to drink.
When you say easy, what do you mean easy?
Well, it's easy to drink.
Well, it's all easy to drink. It's a liquid. I mean,
I understand.
you know, beer, champagne,
Yeah,
water,
but some
milk.
of the other things, you know, like
Whiskey.
Vodka martini, you know, is nice, but you can't drink too many of those if you want to stay on your feet.
Oh, no, you can't.
No.
What
accent was that? Like an Indian accent.
It was a bloody Welsh accent, and you know it. So you hung out with them. You went out on the town with all of them. You went out with Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr.
At different times. I mean, I was following Sammy Davis into Caesar's Palace.
Right. So
I
he was
an
performing, and you
ex-act.
were. Yeah.
So I was going past the bar one night to go and see Sammy Davis, and I hear Thomas. I'm like, Jesus, it's Frank, because he always called me Thomas.
Why did he call you Thomas?
Because that's my name.
Yeah, but
So,
I'll be honest with you. I think you're encouraging rudeness.
yeah.
Can I call you Thomas from now on?
Yeah, if you like.
OK. How do they treat you over there? When you're there now, I'm guessing, because you are, you know, a huge name, but you're someone, there's a history of you in Vegas. And there aren't that many guys around who did perform back then still, who can still cut it, who can still
That's
go and
right.
do it live. So I guess they make a fuss of you?
Well, the first time I performed there was 1968.
Wow.
So it's like 41 years now, and I've been there every year.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't think anybody's been there that long.
No, that's incredible. And so they presumably you have a big suite. It must be almost like a home to you, isn't it?
Yeah. I have a big suite up on the 29th floor of the MGM.
Wow.
Big balcony, you know.
Is it one of those hotels
jacuzzi
like
and-
we've seen in movies where there's a lift that opens just in your room?
Yeah, well, I have a lift in the suite.
Hold it, you got your own lift in the suite, not to get you up there.
No, no, no.
One in the...
Yeah.
Well, how many floors you got in your own suite?
Well, there's only 2, but there's a spiral staircase that goes around the lift. So it's...
Thomas, it's a stair lift, is what you're talking about, isn't it?
No.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
This goes round on the stairs. That's a stair lift.
Are you planning on visiting?
Oh, I would happily retire with you somewhere.
Okay.
Let's go off and live on an island together, like a couple of beach bums.
Right.
Do you hang out with the new young acts? Because I know they all look up to you, they all respect you. Who do you go? Who's come to visit you in Vegas?
Well, Robbie Williams was there, but Robbie doesn't drink, so...
He's given up, well, that's good for him, because he needed to, I think, change his life a bit. He was a bit kind of confused, wasn't he? Didn't Bono come up to you? Hasn't Bono given you a song? Is that right? One of the songs
he
from
wrote a song
YouTube?
for me.
Which one was that?
It's called Sugar Daddy.
Sugar Daddy. Oh.
So...
Yeah. Sending you a message there, Thomas.
Maybe. But no, I was having a drink with him in Dublin and we chatted and I said, I'd like you to write me a song. So he said, OK. Wow. So then he sent me the song and now it's on the new album.
So basically you just hang out with guys. I guess there's very few people who wouldn't take a call when the new Tom Jones was in town if you wanted to hook up.
Well, it's a great feeling, though, to be with younger performers, and have them sort of say, oh, we love that record, we like this.
And are there certain records that the performers tend to say they liked of yours, certain tracks?
Yeah, well, like Alex, we had with the Arctic Monkeys, for instance. Yeah. We were having a drink in a pub after the Q Awards, And
I love that.
And the Ting Tings were sitting there.
Oh, isn't this great? You've got a bloke who really should be at home just in his slippers. He's going, well, I'm out with the Arctic Monkeys and the Ting Tings. And then it all kicks off when Dizzy Rascal comes in. So you're out with the Arctic Monkey guys, Alex, Arctic Monkeys and the Ting Tings coming.
Yeah. So Alex says, I love that, Love Me Tonight, Tom,
Yeah.
He said, with the half tempo in the middle. And then he says to the fella from the Ting Tings, do you like that one, Tom? He said, oh, Love Me Tonight. And the fella says, I haven't heard it, I've been out of town. He said he recorded in 1968, yeah. So there
let's talk about this new album, because you mentioned that you two were to I know it came out for Christmas and I got sent one. I've only just started listening to it properly since then. It's great, but they really kind of sound like classic songs.
Yeah.
From that period. I mean, really, you must be very pleased with it.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do. And I co-wrote most of the songs on there, so...
Oh, really?
So I got my...
So they're a bit more personal than often they are, yeah?
Exactly.
Yeah, The Road in particular is a rather beautiful song, I think, and obviously that seems to be about you and your life. Would I be right?
Yeah.
Is that about your wife, you and your wife?
Yeah. So, and she likes it, so that's okay.
But that's a relief, isn't it?
Exactly. I mean, I played it to her first, and she didn't know it was about her, and I said, this is... and she said, oh, let me have a listen. So she listened to it.
How long have you been married for now?
52 years come March the 2nd.
Wow, 52 years. That's incredible. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And does she like the new Silver Fox look?
Loves it.
I'm guessing you're silver all over, would I be right?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't get any...
Otherwise...
I don't get any problems anywhere else, when they say about...
But with your Vegas tan, you take your clothes off, you look like a pint of Guinness stand there, I imagine.
Yeah, well,
Tom.
Yes.
Well, I want to show a clip of one of your shows first. Which one should we show? Do you want to see a real early clip of Tom Jones? You might not have seen this. I've got one. We've got a TV clip that was recorded for the BBC back in 1964.
Right.
And I think you might have been with the original band, the Squires, in this.
That's right.
Yeah, it was Tom Jones and the Squires.
Yeah, and it was here.
It was Shepherd's Bush, because it was called The Beat, or The Beat Room, I think.
Beat Room.
The Beat Room. Do you remember filming that?
Yeah, it was on BBC Two. BBC Two had just started then.
It must have been one of your very early appearances, wasn't it?
Yeah, before I had It's Not Unusual. This was when I had Chills and Fever.
So you hadn't had a hit yet?
No.
Wow, OK. Well, this should have been a hit, but, man, you are giving it plenty. And it's a slightly different style of performance. It's slightly more flamboyant. And I think, you seem to... Yeah, wait and see. You do more with your hands and stuff in it.
Well,
Yeah. I'm not saying you can't still move your fingers.
Thank you.
That's a great track. Tom Jones there. Wow, that was good. Now, Tom, here's exciting news as well. Comic Relief is coming up. We're all excited here as the BBC. It's always a big, fun event, and we love the fact that everyone gets involved. Tom's got involved. Tom's recorded the Comic Relief single this year, along with a couple of other people you might know, Rob Brydon and Ruth Jones, both from Gavin and Stacey. I've had it. It's fantastic. There is Islands in the Stream. I think this is the first show. We're going to show you a bit of the video that goes with it, and it's out on order from now on. From today on, you can go to rednose.com and you can order yourself a copy of this. It is fabulous. Must have been a lot of fun to shoot this, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Were you out in Vegas? They came out in Vegas?
Yeah.
That's fun. You must be a fan of Gavin and Stacey, I guess.
Oh, yeah, great.
But Wales is kind of hip again, isn't it? You've got Gavin and Stacey, we've got Duffy, who's a brilliant young singer out there.
That's
There's
right,
Joe Calzaghe,
Yes.
who has just retired. He's just retired from boxing this week.
No.
Yeah, he's just giving it all up.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, stick around with me, you learn things.
Oh,
Now,
thank you. Yes.
Tom, I've got something to ask you, and don't take this the wrong way.
What's that?
You're a magnificent-looking man.
Thank you.
This is not a sexual thing,
Okay.
but could I see you naked after the show?
Yeah, really?
Because I was digging around and I found a list I wrote when I was a little boy of things I wanted to do when I was a grown-up. Things to do before I die. 1, eat own body weight in Spangles. Done that. 2, watch a fight between Noddy Holder and Roy Wood. Not going to happen. 3, own a Johnny 7 gun. Got 7. 4, ride a big dog like a horse. Haven't done that. 7, see Tom Jones, brackets, it's not unusual, naked, brackets, magnificent.
I see.
Can I come see you naked on
Yeah. You ready?
No, not right now.
Oh, okay.
You know what? What's great about you saying yes is, hopefully this sets a precedent and the other guests will feel obliged to follow in.
Ah, I see. It's a carrot.
Benicio looks up for it. Anna looks like she's calling a cab mentally in her head.
Yes,
Tom,
taxi.
how great to see you here. And you're going to sing for us at the end of the show.
Yeah.
What's the name of the track you're doing?
It's called Give a Little Love. It's the next.
Give a Little Love. From
next
Tom
single
Jones'
now.
album, 24 Hours, I recommend it highly. It's great. It's real, you know, not that I don't like the more modern stuff you did, but it's got that kind of feel. It's like classic songs from the 60s and 70s all over again. Before you go, let's end on another clip. Because I've got so many Tom Jones shows in my collection over the years that I've acquired working in TV.
Right.
Do you remember the one? I think we showed a clip from this before. It was Tom Jones on Happiness Island.
Oh.
What a fabulous show.
Yeah.
74, I think this was filmed?
Yeah, 74. That's right.
74. And presumably the whole show was filmed on Happiness Island.
Yes.
How long did you film there for?
In Barbados. We were there about a week, I think.
About a week, and you knocked off the whole show. It's great fun. I wish they made shows like this. But, you know, we don't have talent like yours anymore that will do shows like this. You don't have big singer names like Tom anymore. I mean, we have great bands, but one-offs like you, I don't think that, you know, they broke the mould when they made you, Tom.
Thank you.
And I'm going to see what came out of that mould after the show.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Jones! Great, Tom. As always, great to see you. Tom Jones, you got up and rest. Yeah. We'll be back later. Yeah, we'll help you through here. We need a snowplow.
All right.
Mind your step.
All right, Joe. Thank you.
See you in a minute, Tom.